Hey there. The world needs you.
Yes, you. Have you ever wondered why you feel called to more? Like something inside of you just knows you're meant to give, to live, to rise. Not someday, not when it's all figured out, but now. Even with the fear, even if your hands are still shaking. What if that pull isn't random? What if it's the world whispering, "We need you. We need your joy, your truth, your rhythm." Not the version of you that's always polished and prepared, but the one that's human, honest, still becoming. Because the world doesn't need perfect, it needs presence. It needs you to begin. That project, that hobby, that move, that trip that you have been dreaming about, that love you keep pushing away, the words you've held back, the truth you've been silencing, that new start. What if that thing you've been thinking about nonstop isn't just for you, but for someone else waiting to receive what only you can bring? Because when you finally say yes to what has been calling deep inside of you, something shifts. And when you feel good, you do good. And when you do good, you ripple. A smile to a stranger, an honest post, a vulnerable moment, it all moves. You might not see it. You might never know who it touches, but it does reach. I used to watch people online, free, adventurous, alive, and feel this tug inside of me. I admired them, but I also feared becoming them. And underneath that fear was doubt. Maybe that life isn't for me. Because fear was loud, but eventually something in me said, do it anyway. Even if you're afraid, even if no one understands yet. So I did. And when I finally listened, everything began to shift. I started traveling, filming, following the thread of what felt right. And the more I followed it, the more people I met who reminded me why I started. And some became family along the way. They didn't all know the role they played, but they said something or smiled at the right moment or just existed in their truth so boldly that it gave me permission to do the same. And now, their light moves through me. Their presence lives on through the things I create, the words I speak, the way I live. Through me, it reaches someone else. That's how this works. A chain of light, a spark passed on, a message that keeps moving, evolving, reaching, because someone else chose to be real. Maybe you don't feel ready. Maybe you think others are already doing it, but they're not doing it as you. Your voice has a tone someone is waiting to hear. Your rhythm, your energy, your story, your way of being. This is how change really works. Not always in big, loud ways, but quiet acts of truth that echo farther than we can even imagine. Like nature, a tree doesn't force its leaves to bloom. It doesn't compare its growth to others. It just is. And in that being, it breathes its life into the whole forest. You, just by being you, shift the ecosystem. And if you're in a season of stillness where you're healing or realigning or trying to remember who you really are, that is not wasted time. It is sacred because the world doesn't need you burnt out. It needs you rooted, alive in your truth. If you're in a hard place right now, know this too is part of your becoming. You are not broken, you're being shaped. When you rise from healing, you rise stronger, clearer, unshakable in your light. And even if fear still walks beside you, you begin to move anyway. And when you do, the path meets you. Not all at once, but moment by moment. step by step, and the world responds. A stranger's smile, a new opportunity, a message that comes in the perfect time. That's how the world moves when you move. You will look back one day and realize it was all unfolding even when you couldn't see it. Your courage might be someone else's roadmap. Your decision to keep going might be the reason someone else believes they can too. Your energy ripples. It touches more than you know. And even though you are you and I am me, the world needs us to have something in common: our light, our love, our willingness to choose hope, because that's what shifts the energy of this world. So, if you ever wondered why the quiet pool hasn't gone away, it's this: because the world is waiting for the one thing only you can bring. Because when you use it to help, you become part of someone else's story.